What is up, guys? So today we're going to do a guide on the Lucid Nightmare. Funny Blizzard would put nightmare in the title because it is a nightmare to get. But don't worry, this guide is going to help you get through it step by step. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so our epic adventure starts in Dalaran, right there on the map. And if you guys have ever done the Riddler's Worm, it's sort of the same thing. Come in, go straight to the right, and you will find a riddle right there. And we will have to go to our next spot. Next stop, we will head to Storm Peaks in Northrend. Right there on the map, we are going to Oldwar. We will have to fight our way in past the first boss. Don't worry, you can easily solo it as a 110. Clear out all the trash in this room, and then run up towards the back left corner of this room, and on top of this pile you will find a little lever right there. Simply pull the lever and you will have to solve this riddle. Once you pull the lever, you will see a bunch of white lights light up on the floor. Using these lights, you will have to draw out a pattern on the floor, if you will. Alright, the pattern is right there in the lower left hand corner. Now, for each individual point on this pattern represents a light. So when you're doing the pattern, don't think of it as squares. Think of it as plot points on the pattern as individual lights. That screws a lot of people up. What I found helpful was to go around and do the outline of the pattern, as you can see here, and then after my outline was done, then started filling it in. So that way I didn't run into any issues. Once you have the outline done, you can then start to go around and fill it all in. This is what it looks like half done. Now once you fill it all in and you're all done, simply click, I left one out just to show you, but once you click all the right orbs correctly, an orb will open up and your next riddle will appear. The next spot we're going to head to is AQ40. Right there. Hold on. Right there on the map. It's a 40-man raid, which you can easily solo. Looking at the map, I'm going to walk you through it if you've never been here before. Start there. Kill the first boss. Go down. Kill the second boss. Run down through the tunnels. You're going to have to run all the way around. Now, if you haven't already, there are 4 other mounts that you can collect in here. Save yourself some time. Get them while you're in here. Run all the way around, back up and around and through to where I'm at. Once there, you run past the 3 NPCs right here. And up on the right-hand side, there will be a staircase leading to a little puzzle area. You'll have to play some Bejeweled. You'll have to zoom in with your camera to see it. But once you're there, you will play Bejeweled. And if you can't do it, ask your girlfriend or mother or grandmother for help, because I've never played it. But then, essentially, you just match 3 of the same kind to each other. Now, there are no right or wrong moves for this minigame, and you cannot lose. However, it does take a while, so be prepared for that. Once you complete the game, the mini game will disappear, and then the riddle will appear on the table that you walked up to. For our next riddle, there is one thing you will need. It's called a Shadow Weave Mask. Any tailor can make this if they have the pattern, or you can simply buy it on the auction house like I did. Once you have your Shadow Weave Mask, we will head to Deep Home. When you get to Deep Home, right here in this little cavern, you're going to go inside. Now, once inside, you will follow the path that leads down through. You will come to a worm. Don't step in front of the worm, because he will suck you up and drag you back to where you started. And I will demonstrate this. Let the worm pass in front of you. If not, he will suck you up and you will miss your exit on the roundabout, like I did. Moving on. Anyway, goddamn worms. Anyway, if you do get sucked up, it's no big deal. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's just a pain in the ass, and it'll slow you down. Anyway, you run all the halfway around the circle, and you will come to this cave entrance. You will see this little fissure on the ground. Simply right-click on it, and it will port you into a new area. Once inside this new cave area, you will run in. There will be absolutely nothing in this cave except for a chair with a skull on it. And zoom in here, and there it is. Notice how you cannot click on it. That's where your mask comes in. Equip the mask and get naked. That's right, folks. It's getting kinky. Anyway, take off all your armor and keep nothing on except for your mask. Once you are completely naked with only your mask on, God, I can't even believe I'm saying that. Anyway, you will be able to click on this skull. Don't worry if you're naked because, hey, everybody else is going to be naked around you anyway. So right click on it and the rune will appear on the ground. Right click on that and that will give you your next riddle, and we're off to the next one. Your next riddle will lead you to dun 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 Gnomegan. For anybody that hasn't been here in a while, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to map it out for you here. Run down through, you're going to jump, run down through here, jump down through there, and run down this hallway until you are standing right here. In front of you, you will see a bunch of machines. Right click on the plaque on the back of the wall to get started with your riddle. Now when you click on this gadget, it will give you a menu whether to pull the lever to go up or down. The code is 12221765597. Again, that's 12221765597. Once the code is entered correctly, the rune will appear on the ground in front of you. Right click to start your next riddle and off to the next one. Our next riddle is in Val Shirar, right there on the map. You will find a little hut right there. You simply run inside it and look to the left. You'll see a red glowing orb. Right click on it and this will spawn a minigame. Now you will see a brain up there. Right click on that and that will spawn the minigame. Now in this minigame you will have to switch orb locations with each other in a way that the lines do not cross each other. I know it is a pain in the ass, but it can be done. Take your time. Now when I started doing my research on this mount, nobody ever told me, so I struggled with this game. So like I said, you have to place the orbs and the lines in it in a way that they do not cross each other. If they're blue, you're good. If they're red, you're not. So basically, it's just switching orbs out until you get each blue line in all where they need to be. It does take a bit of practice, and like you see there, I went to right click on an orb and I took off running. It's a pain in the ass, but it can be done. You just got to be patient with it. Now once you complete the minigame will disappear, as you can see here, and the rune will appear right below the orb where you started. And we're on to the next riddle. On to our last riddle, thank God. Here we are in the summit, right there on the map, in Pandaria. Run into this little cavern, and you will run all the way to the back of the room where you will find a canister sitting on this statue. Simply right click on this canister and this will port you to the endless halls. And folks, this is going to be a nightmare. This is the hardest riddle you will yet face. Thank God it is the last one. Once inside the endless halls, you will have to map out the endless halls, and I mean they are endless. I am using Lucid Nightmare Helper. This is a great add-on for this. This will automatically map your location inside, and trust me, you will need this. I will leave a link to this add-on in the description below. Basically, for this riddle, you will have to go room to room. Thank God you have a speed buff to help you run through. And don't let anybody lie to you and say a demon hunter can hack the system on this one, because I tried. Trust me, it doesn't work. Anyway, so when you go room to room, the objective is you have 5 rooms that will appear in specific, well, not specific, but in rooms. And you will have to match the orbs, as you can see here, to those rooms. You can pick up one orb and carry it around with you at a time. The great thing about this add-on is you will be able to mark the rooms and the orbs together. So that way, once you find the 2 corresponding colors, you can always run back, and this add-on will show you how to get back there. Because trust me, without this add-on, you will get lost very easy, as everything looks the same. Now, for me, when I did this, people were saying you could draw it out using a pen and a piece of paper, but I'm not all for that. This is the easiest way that I found to do it, or you can literally run endlessly through the halls and not get anywhere. The great thing about this add-on is you can actually mark out the rooms that you find the orbs and runes at. As you can see here, I'm already carrying the red orb, but if I wasn't, I can always map my location to go back and get the red orb for the rune. And this add-on will show me how to get there. It's an invaluable add-on. I suggest you download it. It will help you. So, with that being said, you will have to match up 5 colored orbs with the 5 corresponding runes. As you can see here, I went through 700 plus unique rooms. That's not even the rooms that I had to travel back through to get to the rooms. Dedicate some time to this one, because if you leave this area, you'll have to do it all over again. That means if you collect 2 orbs one day and leave the halls, you'll have to come back and do all 5 again. Once you collect your 5th orb, simply run to the next room. It will bring you here. Your riddle will be right there. Right click on it, and it will send you off to the final location where you collect the mount. Congratulations, you earned it. Our last location is right here. Right there on the map. We are right here in Kara. There is no riddle here. There is no puzzle to solve. This is coming here to collect your mount, and that is it. However, the location in itself is a riddle, because it is fairly tricky to find. So I'm going to literally walk you from the entrance right down to where the mount is, because a lot of videos I watched on this, people got sideways. They didn't know where they were going. So follow me exactly where I'm going. Now, come down through here. You veer off to the right and follow this hallway all the way down to the end. Now, once you get to the end of the hallway, you're going to veer left, go straight through. There'll be another hallway on your left. Before you get to that, there'll be a hole. Jump down into that hole. Once you jump into said hole, you will turn and run left. You'll see the double arching doorways right there, and you will run through them. As soon as you run through them, you will take a sharp right and run across this moat of water, and look at that, I can see it from here. It's so close. At the giant bone pit, you just run up over the bone pit and loot your mount, and that's it. Congratulations, guys, you earned it. If this video helped you guys, rate it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe and click the little notification bell, so that way you're notified of videos like this. And that's it. Comment with me with how long it took you to get this mount. Until next time, thanks guys.